you would like to see this look come together and the history behind the Louvre and some of the Mona Lisa, then just keep on watching. Everyone in Char's Fashion Nation. And today is a requested look for the 31st of Halloween. So, while I'm doing this look, we shall be exploring the true dark history, hauntings behind the French Louvre. Hulu, right? Now, the Mona Lisa, as you know, wears a square neck garment. We're gonna kind of bring her into our day and age, right? Like, girl needs to be updated. And I don't got nothing with like that square neck. This is hip to be square, hip to be square. Anyway, enough singing. So what I did was found a picture of the Mona Lisa that would be perfect to use for today. Show the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. And it might be some little extra perky. So over here on my laptop, I have the haunted historical stories right here. And it's in big enough print that I can see it without my glasses, because she might look weird with glasses. So let's get into what we're going to use today. Now, I was like, kind of like, which ones do I really want to use? I'm going to use the Nubian Palette, because this is a very neutral palette. That may not look neutral to a lot of people, but I've swatched this plenty of times. And there are some very neutral shades in here, like this one, this one, this one. It can be a neutral. This one right here. But also, I've learned, I was kind of dabbling around with pink yesterday to tone down that yellow Juvia's Place. I'm using Juvia's Place. Foundation. So, let's get into this. I think you all know that I need to get more of the e.l.f. primer. Let me get my tray turned around. Turn around. Anyway, I need to buy more of this by the end of the month, because that's going to get used up a lot. Oh. Yes, it is. It smells so refreshing. That's something that I like. Anyway, so the Louvre has this very kind of dark history, because the Louvre has been around since 1119 AD. So it's like creepy haunted, of course. And of course it's gonna have some dark history behind it. So, the Louvre has been around since 1190 AD, and it shares several spooky tales. Now, see, I would have done this like this way. Hold on. That way it doesn't look weird. And if you want to know, the Mona Lisa has this yellow tone. Ooh. Okay. The most famous, is from the 16th century, about the henchman of French Queen Catherine. Ooh, I think, was it Queen Catherine that no, I didn't do the look of Queen Catherine last year, that's right. But there are like these evil bitch-ass queens, right? That think, oh, I need to be the only one to have a sandwich or something. And not the fact. I would have affected you all right. Let's see. Oh, really? Jean. Okay, I can't pronounce his last name, and I'm not going to say that I can try. There's some of those names that are just kind of hard to pronounce. Okay, he was a butcher who had earned himself the nickname Jack the Skinner. Okay, we had eggs. Was that where Jack the Ripper actually came from? Think about that. Ooh. Might be. Okay, so he earned his nickname Jack the Skinner. Queen Catherine had him murdered because she was afraid he knew too many unsavory secrets about the royal family. Like, come on, all those royal families that got some dark ass shit going on with them. We all know that. It's getting a little easier to put my makeup on since I got this shots done. So actually, I'm gonna link two people. I gotta go back to the other one. I forgot to link Jovina Love, but I'm going to go back and do that. And then in this one, I'm going to link Jen, and I'm also going to link Just Jessica. So them here in the description box, because link their channels, because the look that I'm doing today, because of the circus trick that my eyebrow does, that's the direction of the Mona Lisa's eyebrow. So she's like, oh, you can totally pull off a Mona Lisa look. So that's why we're doing this today. And like I said, the Mona Lisa actually has, like, she looks rather sickly. Yeah, rather sickly, poor child. poor child. Okay. Anyway, back into this. She had him murdered. Remember that? She had him murdered because she was afraid he'd be spilling their dirty dirt. See, there's a lot of dirt with those people. He is said to have risen from the dead and cursed the French royal family who inhabit the Louvre. Oh my gosh, can you imagine that? You did some dirty shit to someone, now your ass is cursed now. Oh yeah, I need that pink tone, so I'm gonna end up using my Techopia a lot for, like, dulling down the yellow a little bit. So I can take a pink shade and just kind of dull it down. Because it actually works. So, he had risen from the dead. So, like, that's creepy by itself, right? Okay. And, my friend Jen told me, it was like, add some pink to that yellow area and it'll actually tone it down. And look, it does. I have more of a pink undertone, which is, mostly, I say indigenous, because, like, that would be correct. Out of indigenous people, we have, like, more of a pinky blush undertone. And besides, it kind of maps this down, especially right here, because yesterday I forgot. Okay. He became known as the Red Man of... Supposedly, the Red Man supposedly still lingers, dressing in red at the museum, and the adjacent garden. Yes, there's an adjacent garden. Sorry, I had to scroll a bit. So he's known to be in red at the adjacent garden. So there's that. I mean, like, if he had some murdered or dirt, it doesn't mean that they were gonna just like say, hey, did you know that the queen is like bumping the, you know, Royal Funky's bunk every night? You know, we're just gonna use that as a so, I mean, like, these people murdered for just like the dumbest reasons. So, and that's why their shit is haunted. My setting powder, where I do my eyes. Oh, to that. Oh, looking to the lid to my foundation. Really love this foundation. Oh, it is good. It's a full coverage, just like the Juvia's. And at the end of the month, I will need new. Okay, back to this. So, you know, like I said, he's lingering in the garden, probably because that was his favorite place to be. And then, like, that was just one of the stories, right? Because a Japanese artist, like, I'm probably going to accidentally Glogol. Okay, I'm not going to say I knew how to pronounce that, and I do apologize. 13, creator dies at age 84. Right now, his artwork is hanging in the Louvre. Looked like a pretty cool person. So, which, you know, like, doesn't really mean that he's haunting anything. He had an anime series, games, and stuff like that. I don't know how that fits into the Louvre. So, there are many stories. We offer heartfelt respect. Okay, I'm wondering how does this have anything to do with the Louvre? I do know there's some other stories, so one moment, please. Okay, since I found the actual terrifying stories of the Louvre, and you know what? It has to do with the red man. Not that man. It's red man. Man's got a method. I'm sure you get that joke there. But anyway, the setting powder on. I know a lot of you actually just use like a brush to put your setting powder on, or you'll use your beauty blender. I sometimes use a beauty blender, and this is why we have to be careful. We're in black. Okay, Mona Lisa was actually wearing a very dark brown garment. That today she's in our time right. She is here. So the stories basically have to do with that butcher, otherwise known as the Red Man. So seven terrifying tales from the world's most haunted museums. That's plural. From the Red Man of the Louvre. Oh, I don't really care about Cleveland. I've been there. I know that's haunted. Haunted by a lot of it's haunted by Billy Morris. No, he's not haunting anything. He's still alive. Hey, Billy, how you doing since I seen you last? Yeah, he just recently got married. Just like cool. I'm glad he did. Anyway, it's not mine right here though. Billy Morris, Warrant. Warrant reading this. Filled with prize paintings, stories, stored treasures, and yes, sometimes even mummies. Yes, the Louvre does host mummies, so it hosts dead bodies, but it also hosts pictures of dead people. Sometimes it makes some sort of strange sense or something. And my friend, Amazon wants me to review something. Not right now, thank you. These paintings have otherworldly spirits, right? Ooh. I feel like in some lights you can see my tan, but now I'm just pasty. Anyway, because I'm doing something different today. So, legends about the museum, the world of artistic spirits like Frida. See, the spiritual lady in white. Why is there always a lady in white? Have we ever figured this out? Why is there always a lady in white? Can't be the lady in red. I'm just saying. Dancing with me, cheek to cheek. I don't even know why I started singing that. So she roams Casa. Yeah. Because, you know, there did actually used to be somebody's casa there, you know. It's French. I don't know. Hispanic. Boy, I hope these don't come out orange. Of course it will. Kind of a pinkish orange, but we'll work with that. Remember, the Mona Lisa, she don't got too much color to her face, mostly contour. So, yeah, there's that. On that brown, the brown with the oh, that's a little painful. I gotta remember that. I have to be really careful. So yeah, it's like this lady in white, right? In a museum, many museums have even publicly acknowledged. Okay, that's the word, acknowledged. The visitations. Museum of Contemporary Art in Tokyo. Okay, it's another one that actually, you know, like they do a haunted house because they know their shit's haunted. That makes some sort of, it does make sense. I wish they had more of a blue in here because, like, did you know that the Mona Lisa is not painted on canvas? It's not painted on fabric. Did you know she's actually an oil painting painted on a piece of wood? Would you have known this? I do, because I knew that a long time ago. She's painted on a piece of wood, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to that, but she is painted on. So yeah, I mean, like, that's super cool that she's painted on a piece of wood. Try to make my nose look like hers. Which shouldn't take much. She didn't really have like a huge nose. She also did not have a small nose. She's had one of those different noses, you know. Not to be nosy or anything about her. So, yeah. So, you know, a lot of these museums, like the Louvre, a lot of people don't get that. You gotta remember, she didn't really have a lot of makeup. You know? So, she like contoured in this area. blending brush for that to basically be the same big brush, right? So it's like blendies. So I did use a blending brush, obviously, to put this on for contouring. Now, a lot of these museums like that, also, yeah, that is the Louvre. There is the spirit of a man. Actually, no, that one's Cleveland. There is the spirit of a man in Cleveland that actually haunts their museum. So there's like all these different museums with like different haunted things. And why? Because there was a lot of murder and bullshit that went on. Yes. There's a lot of murder and bullshit that went on because these people did not know how to be nice to each other. These were not civilized folks. Okay? It's not civilized. Bunch of heathens. And, you know, I don't know. Like, some people committed murder because they thought, you know, hey, like that queen, okay, she committed murder because she thought the butcher, which is the red man, his method of fine cuts of meat. Why do you have your butcher killed? Are you afraid he's going to cut you up? It's a good thing my eyes are a little puppy today. It matches the Mona Lisa. You guys don't really realize she does kind of have puppy eyes, and the spherical part of her face is different. You know, there are also reported hauntings of people that actually built the Louvre. Okay? Like, of course, because people died building the Louvre. And that'd be like the Winchester Mansion, which is also a museum now. People were killed, build it. Because their ass was haunted, or her ass was haunted. I actually think she summoned that. So, get back with me. I'm trying to like think, how should I do the eyebrow? Dark right here, dark. She'd be dark. She'd be real dark. Anyway, reports also of the Louvre being haunted, like I said, by the people that built that sucker. Like, it's only, you know, of course that's going to happen. Yeah, right there. I hope I'm able to actually pull this off without my nose being too gosh darn shiny. Right? But, yeah. Okay. And apparently a child that, like, when that country had some sort of wars going on and stuff, because they're just going to get their shit together. And, you know, I got the picture back up on the screen. Because I need to look at her face. Sure that my face is, you know what? My face is naturally kind of a rounded square, so it kind of fits. So we gotta cut that one. Mona Lisa doesn't show her age. Because Da Vinci was a master of all this. And did you know Da Vinci himself was actually a grandmaster? Yes. Da Vinci himself was actually a grandmaster of the Freemason. Also, the Illuminati is, I can't tell you too much. And like I was saying, you know, like if you look at the Mona Lisa's hand carefully, you will notice she has a hand shaped like an M for Merovingian, because that was actually her, yes, the other hand, the one that's like underneath, is actually shaping that like an M. How do I know? There's her hands. Well, there you go. She was actually Merovingian, and a lot of people say she got no secret. Well, her Calgon secret is now out. So, yes, there's a report of a child that actually haunts the Louvre because of warring nations. Why am I about to use my phone for that? There we go. At some point. And they oftentimes report seeing not just a little boy walking around there, but they sometimes report seeing children. Just a little boy, a little girl, children running through the Louvre, scaring the crap out of people and moving things around. Is that spoopy when dead children do that? Yes. Oh, and I've noticed in a couple of my videos when I do spoopy story time, I don't know if you guys have heard it, but sometimes I hear something in the background and I just like let somebody speak in the comments. Have you heard something in the background that sounds kind of spoopy? Just say something. Don't bother me none. I'm spoopy story. So let me get my eyebrows done in a minute. Actually, I'm gonna do that dark shade that goes right here. I'll got this brush. Said the Mona Lisa lived in our day and age. So yeah, I mean, and then some of those children actually go over, you know, the dead kids, they actually are seen more over by the Mona Lisa, the Virgin Mary and Jesus painting, the one, Madonna of the Rocks. Madonna is actually, they're trying to figure out, is the Madonna of the Rocks actually the same person as the Mona Lisa? They're not really sure. You didn't get that written history from Da Vinci on that painting? Like, what's wrong? Right. So anyway, let me do the eyes and, you know, the eyebrow. We'll be back to finish this up. She had a very pale lip, so I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. I'm trying to get my verbs going a little better, so hold on a minute. So, okay, now that I got my eyebrows done, similar to the Mona Lisa, because you know, it's like she has this like, I don't know, slanted down brow. Maybe she was the one that started getting Botox first. So like I was saying, you know, like little kids died and they're haunting the Louvre. And sorry, my notes are just happens when you put contour around your nose. Really is. Oh, remember, Mona Lisa is in our day and age with this look. Actually, she kind of had this look. She's kind of like rocking some sort of eye look. She was, now that I look at this, the girl had the wing. There you go. The girl had the wing. She was winging it. She was winging it. So, okay, we know that, you know, this and that. A lot of people claim that they see Leonardo. I'm not even touching my face. So, okay, a lot of people swear that they've also seen Leonardo da Vinci pass by his paintings and disappear into the wall. And of course, because he's trying to save his artwork, because back in his day, a lot of people just like discriminated against Da Vinci. Even the Michelangelo, right? The artist Michelangelo. He's not the Ninja Turtle one. Where'd the brush go? There you go. My brush disappeared. How about that? Oh, there we go. See, I just said that and it shows back up. Let's get spooky. La la la, la la la. Shit got spooky. Sorry for my horrible singing, but yeah, that was Spoopy. By itself, Spoopy. Okay, so, like I said, I'm almost done with this story because I'm not going to keep this one for too long today. Because yesterday was assortedly long, and I do apologize for that. But this girl, she doesn't look like she got a bit of eyeliner going on, so that's why I did that little part right there. And then we gotta fix this. She literally, like, look, in a way, getting my Botox and having to ruin my eyebrow, and it gave it a cut like the Mona Lisa. So, to finish off that look, let me come back and finish scaring that up. Duh, I have a way to do a soft lip. Like, you can't ever forget, like, if you have this is the Runway Ready Pink Kiss by e.l.f. I do like these. So anyway, like I was saying, you know, there's all sorts of like haunted shit and stuff. And then if you ever notice the Mona Lisa's eyes kind of like drift. So, and I love the fact this smells like chocolate. Yeah. What I like to do is blend. Sometimes do it in here. So it's like, sometimes I just like to blend the colors down a bit. So it's like a really, more of a neutral, like that right there. It's gonna be, on camera it looks super bright. In front of me, that's very neutral. Because I'm also taking this one here and making that a bit more of a neutral tone. Part right there. Get more neutral now. There's a lot more things in life should be neutral, right? So anyway, people often say that they also see the eyes of the Mona Lisa move, and some people have also reported seeing a figure similar to the Mona Lisa. Now, in some languages, her name is completely different. Is she the child that was born? And even in the Jewish Kabbalah, okay, otherwise some pronunciate the Kabbalah. I used to do that, and then I was watching this rabbi, and I'm like, ooh, bad. I've been pronunciating it wrong, and I apologize. Ooh, that's kind of grandma. Kind of hip it up. It's hip to be there. You know what I just remembered? Something watching Back to the Future. Huey Lewis was actually in Back to the Future. in like a couple of the scenes. Oh yeah, so was ZZ Top. Anyway. Kind of a neutral. Sort of. Grandma pink. Neutral. Zippy thing going on. Anyway, so that's done. And like I said, let me come back to finish this look. And I have some other like terrifying like Mona Lisa moment thing. And one more fun fact. Did you know that the Mona Lisa has been reported to be linked to the Brethren of the Templars? Because there was not just male Templar, there were also females hidden amongst the ranks. Fun facts for you. And have fun with all these facts, because it's better than never knowing something, and it can be very surprising in what kind of Spoopy history is involved. Now, here's the fun thing about my hair and the Mona Lisa. She actually had this part tucked back and the rest over. I didn't get this like seriously parted in the middle. I tried. I used the camera as my mirror, but close enough. I'm gonna tell you like that. Close enough to a modern day Mona Lisa. Goodness, modern day Mona Lisa. What would she think about today? What would she think about today? She'd be like, for actual plays. My time. This is nonsense that's giving along today. Oh my gosh, yeah, even Black Plagues. There was even a story about like how the Black Plague in France ravaged their countryside really bad, and they ended up with like Black Plague and everything going on, and there wasn't much that they could do, and it wasn't a cold, it was flu. It was a bacteria because of rats. I should say they didn't have pest control back then like we do today. So it was like, that little moment. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the look. I tried. I mean, you can't contour your nose anymore without it continuing to freaking itch. Mona Lisa's eyes follow you through the loop. Anyway, you think about that. Would you be scared if the Mona Lisa was like, because there are those stories, and they're still trying to reconnect her or connect her to Da Vinci's paintings, because of certain things and how they're hung in the Louvre. Like, there's a pattern to this. Yes, there is a pattern to how, like, John the Baptist pointing down, John the Baptist pointing in the direction of another painting. The Virgin Mother, paintings of Mary Magdalene, all sorts of things. Check out the Louvre online. You can do that. You can definitely visit the Louvre online. I have been doing that part of my afternoon. So anyway, I want all of you out there to stay spooky. And I will see you tomorrow for another one and something else. You don't know. Are we gonna sew? more makeup. I will let you know that when I see you tomorrow.